Okay, time is 6, and the Pharr Planning and Zoning Board will come to order. First, roll call.
Danny Wiley,
Present.
Charlie Ramirez,
Present.
Jonathan Laraga,
Present.
Romeo Robles,
Present.
Rafael Munguia,
Present.
Luis Madrigal,
Present.
Andy Castro.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Okay, thank you. Next item is the minutes, approval of the minutes. Read the minutes, review the minutes, please.
Mr. Chairman, I move the minutes of 22 July 2019.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say same sign. Okay, motion carries. First item, next item is public hearing.
Good evening, gentlemen. Della Robles with the City of Pharr, or Planner One with the City of Pharr. Tonight, I have 3 items for your recommendation. Item number 1. Arianna Ariel Sotomayor has filed with the Planning and Zoning Commission a request for a conditional use permit to allow a home occupation beauty salon in a single-family residential district, R1. The property is legally described as being Lot 108 San Angel, subdivision amended, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property's physical address is 4105 South San Angelo Street. The property is currently zoned single-family residential district R1. The surrounding areas are zoned single-family residential district R1 to the north, south, east, and west. This area is generally designated for single-family use in the land use plan. The fire department is pending inspection as well as code compliance, and the planning division recommends approval. 52 surrounding property owners were notified of the request by letter, and a legal notice was published in the Advance News Journal. Staff received 2 telephone calls for information only. Development Services is recommending approval of the request for a conditional use permit to allow a home occupation beauty salon in a single-family residential district R1, subject to the following conditions as set in your packet before you. And we do have representation in the audience.
Okay, thank you. Would the applicant like to say some comments at this time?
Si gusta decir algo, está bien. She says it's all right.
No? Okay, thank you. This item requires a public hearing. Is anyone signed up? for
No one
affected
in,
area?
no one in the
Nobody?
affected area.
Okay, close the public hearing, open the item up for board discussion.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve CUP number 190750.
I'll second that.
Second. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries.
Item number 2. R&R Capital Investment Groups, LLC owners have filed with the Planning and Zoning Commission a request for a change of zone from agriculture and/or open space district AO to residential multifamily high-density district RMFHD in order to develop the required detention area necessary for the future multifamily development adjacent to said property. The subject site is located on the west side of North Sugar Road with a physical address of 3401 North Sugar Road. The property consists of 1 tract of land described as being a 0.28 acre tract of land out of the north 5 acres of the south 15 acres out of lot 121, Kelly Pharr subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property is currently zoned agriculture and/or open space district AO. The properties to the north and south are zoned agriculture and/or open space district AO. On June the 4th, 2018, the property to the east was zoned medium density multifamily district R3, and the property to the west was zoned to single family residential district R1 on April the 20th, 2004. There have been no other zoning requests within the general vicinity of the subject property since that time. The property is generally designated for single-family use in the land use plan. The residential multifamily high-density district, RMFHD, is established to provide adequate space and site diversification for medium to high-density areas. This zone allows medium to high-density developments and should be located where additional requirements for street, water, fire protection, wastewater, drainage, and adequate open spaces are met. Residential multifamily high-density district, RMFHD, use should not run traffic over long distances of single-family residential-sized streets or through single-family neighborhoods, and should be located close to arterials and collectors capable of carrying the additional traffic. Multifamily developments are not a buffer between single-family and commercial uses and should be properly buffered from non-residential land uses in traffic or from pollution and or environmental hazards. 19 letters were mailed out to surrounding property owners and a legal notice was published in the Advance News Journal. Staff received no response to the letters or to the legal notice. Development Services is recommending approval of the request to rezone to residential multifamily high-density district RMFHD as the property meets area requirements, has adequate ingress and egress. If approved, the owner must comply with all city ordinances and city department requirements. This item will go before the City Commission meeting of August the 19th, 2019 at 4 p.m. And we do have representation in the audience.
Okay, would the applicant like to make comment this time?
Would you all like to speak? If you all have questions,
He doesn't have any comments.
they don't have any
Okay,
comments.
Thank you. Okay, this item requires a public hearing. Anybody signed up in the affected area to speak on it?
No one in the affected area, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. We close the public hearing. Open the item up to board discussion. Now, anybody have any questions? None? Okay, we close the board discussion. Open up the floor for any motions.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve change of zone 190748.
Second.
Second was,
Robles?
Mr. Robles? Castro, Mr. Castro, second.
Okay.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. Next item.
The third item, Maria del Carmen Alvarez, owner, has filed with the Planning and Zoning Commission a request for a change of zone from single-family residential district R1 to neighborhood commercial district NC in order to have the opportunity to combine the property with the property immediately to the west and sell as neighborhood commercial. The subject site is located on the south side of West Sam Houston Avenue with a physical address of 217 West Sam Houston Avenue. The property consists of one tract of land legally described as being all of Lot 2, Block 1, save and except a 0.02 acre tract of land out of the Van Williams subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property fronts West Sam Houston Avenue, an 80-foot major collector that runs east and west with a posted speed limit of 30 miles per hour or less as identified in the City of Pharr's thoroughfare plan. The property is currently zoned single-family residential district R1. The property, as well as the surrounding properties to the east and south, were zoned to single-family residential district R1 on March the 30th, 1982, when the city adopted the current zoning ordinance we use today. The property to the west was rezoned to neighborhood commercial district NC on August the 2nd, 2010. On May the 15th, 2007, the property to the north was rezoned to commercial district C. There have been no other zoning requests within the general vicinity of the subject property since that time. The property is generally designated for commercial use in the land use plan. The neighborhood commercial district is established as a limited retail category intended for use near neighborhood areas for the purpose of supplying day-to-day retail needs of the residents in that area. The city will not zone for NC usage in advance unless asked to do so by the property owner. This district should therefore be considered a floating zone. Since the site is typically small and surrounded by residential type land uses, this zoning would have the appearance of spot zoning. It is not illegal spot zoning, however, it is called for in the comprehensive plan or if it serves the needs of the neighborhood. 22 surrounding property owners were mailed a legal notice, and a legal notice was published in the Advance News Journal. Staff received 2 telephone calls, one for information only and one in favor of the item. Development Services is recommending approval of the request to rezone to Neighborhood Commercial District NC as the property meets area requirements, has adequate ingress and egress. If approved, the owner must comply with all city ordinances and city department requirements. This item will go before the City Commission meeting of August the 19th, 2019 at 4 p.m. And we do have representation in the audience.
Okay, would the applicant like to make a comment this time?
Sí, buenas tardes. Yo soy María del Carmen Álvarez y estoy aquí en el 901 South Cage en Pharr. Y estoy pidiendo que me ayuden a hacer comercial la parte de mi terreno, porque la esquina ya la tengo comercial, nomás es un pedazo el que me falta, porque mi interés es venderlo para cualquier otro tipo de negocio que haga crecer a Pharr. Eso es lo único que estoy pidiéndoles como favor.
Okay, está bueno. Gracias.
Gracias. Gracias.
Gracias.
Okay, this item requires a public hearing. Anybody signed up to speak on it?
No one in the affected area, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, we'll close the public hearing and open up the item for board discussion. Questions? None? Okay, we'll close the board discussion. Open up the floor for any motions.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve change of zone 190751.
Second.
Second, Shorty. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
you.
Good evening, Commissioners. For the record, my name is Roberto Martinez, your planner 2 for the City of Pharr. Tonight, we have two plat items for your recommendation. Item number 1, applicant Pablo Soto Jr., PE, representing Rosana Riojas, president of Rich Heritage Construction, Inc., is requesting preliminary plat approval of the proposed Heritage Manor Number 2 subdivision. The property is legally described as being the east 4.90 acre of the north 5 acres of the south 15 acres of lot 121 Kelly Pharr subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property is located within the 3400 block of North Sugar Road. The property is currently zoned medium density multifamily district R3 and agricultural open space district AO. The adjacent zones are agricultural open space district AO and heavy industrial district HI to the north, single family residential district R1 to the east, agricultural open space district AO and single family residential district R1 to the south, and agricultural open space district AO to the west. The property is designated for single family use in the land use plan. Property proposed use, apartments, variances, non-requested. Development Service recommends preliminary plat approval of the proposed Heritage Manor Number 2 subdivision, subject to the following conditions set before you. We do have representation in the audience for this item.
Okay. This item does not require a public hearing, so we'll go ahead and open up the item to board discussion. No discussion? Okay, we close the board discussion. Open the floor for any motions.
I'll make a motion to approve, Chairman. I'll second.
Second, Shorty Ramirez. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries.
Next item, applicant, Perez Consulting Engineers, representing Alex Mead, city manager for the City of Pharr, is requesting preliminary plat approval at the proposed City of Pharr North Side Aquatic Center subdivision. The property is legally described as being a tract of land containing 20.84 acres of land and also being a part of lots 133 and 134 Kelly Pharr subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property is located within the 3000 block of North IH69C. The property is currently zoned General Business District C. The adjacent zones are Limited Industrial District LI and Agriculture Open Space District AO to the north, General Business District C to the south, Limited Industrial District LI and General Business District C to the east, and Mobile Home District RMH to the west. The property is designated for commercial use in the land use plan. Property proposed use, educational facility, variances, none requested. Development Service recommends preliminary plat approval of the proposed City of Pharr North Side Aquatic Center subdivision, subject to the following conditions set before you.
Okay, this item does not require a public hearing, so we'll open that up to the board discussion. No questions? Okay, we'll close the board discussion. Open the floor for any motions.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve preliminary plat 190616.
Second.
Second, Sergeant Ramirez, okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thanks, Javi.
Okay, next item is announcements and other business.
Not even on here.
None, okay. And then we got the last one, adjournment.
Mr. Chairman, may I make a motion?
Yes, sir.
I move to adjourn.
Sure.
Second.
Second, okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? No, motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
It never gets old, right?
No.